Do you believe that almost all exes can come back and even actively pursue you? It sounds unbelievable, right? Especially when you're facing the pain of a breakup, a feeling like a storm that washes away all the joy and hope in life. Maybe you're asking yourself hundreds of questions. Why did the relationship fall apart? What did you do wrong, and is there any way to get them back? I understand that feeling. It's the pain, the disappointment, and sometimes even the anger. You feel like you're stranded in a sea of emotions, both wanting to hold on and feeling helpless. You've tried calling, texting, even looking for every way to reach them, only to be met with cold stares, terrifying silence, or harsh replies. All of this only makes you more desperate, as if being pulled deeper into the black hole of sadness. But don't worry, because I'm here to tell you, it's not over. In fact, research shows that about 30% of couples who break up have a chance to get back together. This number may not sound high, but think about it. For every 3 couples, at least one gets back together, and even 1 in 2 couples rekindle their old love. And I believe that with the right approach, that rate can be up to 99%. So where does the secret lie? Surprisingly, to achieve this, you don't need to do anything big or complicated. It all depends on one thing, which I'm about to share with you. This is the key to completely changing the situation, making your ex not only feel regret, but also actively find ways to come back and pursue you. I want you to understand that this secret not only helps you get your relationship back, but also helps you rebuild your confidence, self-esteem, and belief in yourself. It's not just about pulling them back, but about becoming the best version of yourself, making them unable to resist being drawn back to you. So, if you're ready to step out of the shadows, to stop begging for attention and instead make your ex actively seek you out, let's explore this secret together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss helpful videos about love and relationships. I will accompany you on the path to finding true happiness. The state of mind after a breakup. When it comes to the post-breakup psychological state, what I often see is people trying to force emotions and outcomes. The most common questions always revolve around, what should I do now? Are there any actions I can take to get my ex back? Deep within those questions lies an intense desire to reverse the situation, but also the desperation of not knowing what to do next. Unfortunately, it is these very behaviors, trying to force, beg, or manipulate your ex's emotions, that often lead to the worst outcomes. Statistics show that most people, after being broken up with, don't really leave their ex alone. They constantly text, call, find ways to approach, sometimes even leading to being blocked or threatened with extreme measures like calling the police to intervene. So consequently, to the most, these situations are not uncommon, and they demonstrate the fact that most of us, in our pain and despair, often don't act rationally. Why does this happen? Because when the person you love leaves you, the natural instinct is to find every way to hold on to them. You feel as if you just try hard enough, strong enough, they will change their mind and come back to you. But that's the biggest mistake you can make. These behaviors not only diminish your value in your ex's eyes, but also make them further away. From the perspective of someone who studies relationships every day, I can assert that this is not the path to happiness or reconciliation. In fact, trying to manipulate your ex's emotions or actions will never bring lasting results. What you need to understand is that improving the situation is not about what you do with your ex, but how you change yourself. Imagine you are one of the 30% or 65% of couples who reunite after a breakup. There is one important thing in common among those who succeed. They don't try to force it. Instead, they learn to control their emotions, rebuild their self-worth, and thereby create a natural attraction that draws their ex back. It's not coercion or pressure, but a change that comes from within you. So the question is, how can you improve those statistics? How do you increase your chances from 30% or 65% to almost absolute 99%? The secret is not in texting or calling one more time. It's not about saying sorry or begging for a chance. The answer lies in changing your thinking and acting appropriately. Instead of clinging in despair, learn to love yourself, rebuild your own value, and attract your ex back naturally. No contact, the golden rule after a breakup. You do nothing. That's right, you do absolutely nothing. And if you think about it seriously, it makes perfect sense. Why? Because any other action, like trying to hold on, force, or beg, only proves that you are accepting a weak position, putting yourself in a state of low value in front of your ex. And when someone has chosen to leave you, when they have shattered the relationship and trampled on your heart, does begging for their affection really make them value you more? Clearly not. Remember, when someone decides to break up, in that moment, they have sent a clear message. You are no longer important to them. You're immediately running after them, trying to contact them or hold on, only reinforces that thought in their mind. They will see you as someone who lacks self-respect, someone willing to accept abuse and demean themselves to stay in their life. And this not only diminishes your value in their eyes, but also makes them feel that you are not worthy of respect or true love. Put yourself in your ex's shoes. If they see you begging, pleading, or even just trying to maintain a small connection, what will they think? They will start to see you as a less attractive option, someone who doesn't have enough self-respect to stand up for themselves. For a woman, she might think, he can't be my husband. A man like that has no self-respect, no value. And for a man, he might think, she's not the one I admire. I want to be with someone confident, strong, and worth pursuing. What you need to understand is that attraction doesn't come from begging someone to stay. True attraction lies in knowing your own worth and being willing to let them realize that worth. The no-contact rule is not revenge or a mere psychological tactic. It's how you assert your self-respect, sending a strong message that you don't need to beg for anyone's love, that you are valuable enough for others to realize what they have lost. Let them feel the consequences of losing you from their life. When you apply the no-contact rule, you not only give yourself time to heal, but you also create space for them to reevaluate what they have given up. The fact is, in many cases, your ex didn't really appreciate the value you brought. They took you for granted, an easy option. But when you leave the picture, they will begin to feel the void you leave behind. Think of it this way: if a superstar footballer like Lionel Messi leaves his team, who will suffer the greater loss? Is it Messi, whose talent is recognized globally, or the team, which has to spend years or millions of dollars to find a replacement? The answer is clear. The team will lose more. You also need to start seeing yourself that way. You are a person of value, and if your ex doesn't realize that, they will be the ones who suffer the consequences of losing you, not the other way around. If you don't feel like Lionel Messi in your own story right now, that's okay. But understand that your worth is not defined by how your ex treats you. No contact is not just a tactic, but a way to protect your self-respect, dignity, and self-worth. It gives you time to rebuild your life, become stronger, and most importantly, send your ex a message that they will have to face the reality of losing you. And when that happens, they will have the opportunity to realize, or not, that you are truly worth more than they ever thought. Building self-esteem, becoming the prize. It's time for you to rebuild your self-esteem, not for anyone else, but for yourself. This is the moment you realize that your worth is not in the hands of your ex or anyone else. You don't need to worry or obsess about whether they will come back. Because the truth is, if they left, they lost someone special. And sooner or later they will realize it. They might exclaim, I made the biggest mistake of my life. Or, even better, someone else, someone better, more deserving will come into your life. Someone who will recognize your true value, cherish you, and want to build a lasting relationship with you. This is why rebuilding your self-esteem is the most important step. It not only helps you become stronger after a breakup, but also changes how you see yourself and how others see you. When you start to love yourself, respect yourself, the people around you will feel it and respond with similar respect. Unfortunately, most people after a breakup often don't have enough patience or self-retrieval to apply the no-contact rule. Even if they try, they often break it, run after their ex, and beg for crumbs from the old relationship. They hope that if they just do a little more, try a little harder, they will get attention or love back. But the reality is often harsh. They get rejection, or worse, a half-hearted relationship that their ex doesn't value. In many cases, the ex comes back, stays for a short time, and then leaves again. Why? Because they never really valued you or the relationship in the first place. This is why you have to change your mindset right now. Start thinking and acting as if you are an attractive person, as if you are a prize. When you truly believe this, your attitude will change, and that will spread around you. The people around you, from friends, colleagues, to the people you date in the future, will feel that energy and start treating you like you are a high-value person, someone worth cherishing. Remember, self-esteem is not just an abstract concept, it's how you treat yourself every day. It lies in stopping chasing others, stopping begging for attention, and instead focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. When you put your value first, everything else will start to turn around. Your ex will realize they lost a great person, and if it's not them, then someone better will come along and be worthy of your love. So do you want to be the one left in the dark, or the one who steps into the light and takes control of your life? The decision is yours. Remember, everyone deserves to be loved and respected, and that starts with you loving and respecting yourself. Always think of yourself as a prize, because you truly are. Finally, the most important thing to remember after all you've been through is you have value, and that value is not defined by anyone, including your ex. The journey of healing after a breakup is not just about getting your ex back, but also about getting yourself back, a stronger, more confident, and more valuable version. Applying the no-contact rule is not just a tactic, but a powerful expression of self-respect. It's how you affirm that you don't need to beg for anyone's love. Because if love doesn't come from willingness and appreciation, it's not the love you deserve. Focus on loving yourself, rebuilding your life, and becoming someone you admire. When you learn to respect yourself, others, including your ex, will recognize that value. And if they don't, that's okay, because you'll be ready to embrace a new, more deserving and fulfilling life. Remember, suffering is a part of life, but it's not the final destination. Let the pain of a breakup be the motivation for you to grow, to rebuild your own value. You can not only overcome it, but also become a better version of yourself, attracting the best things in life, whether it's love, career, or anything you pursue. When you truly love yourself and realize your worth, you don't need to chase anyone. They will realize for themselves what they have lost, and if it's not them, then someone else, someone better, more deserving, will come to you and cherish you the way you deserve to be loved. Thank you for joining me in this video. Start your journey of rebuilding yourself today, because you deserve a life full of freedom, happiness, and true love. And remember, this journey is not only for you, but also to inspire those around you. I wish you strength and confidence always.